How's it going, guys? This is the last video you'll ever need to watch about the requirements needed to go out there and get $50 to $150,000 in business funding. All right. So if you're looking to get funding for your real estate business or your trucking business or even your marketing business, you're definitely able to partner up with banks and go out there and borrow or get credit limits from $50 to $150,000. We have relationships with about 15 different banks that we take our clients to. All right, and we have some clients that are able to get approved for $50 to $75,000 on one credit card. All right, and it all starts with what I'm about to show you right now. So you want to make sure that you have a 720 plus credit score. Anything lower than that, and you're pretty much going to need credit repair. Okay. So if you have a collection or a charge off or even a late payment, that's going to immediately drop your credit below a 700. So you want to make sure that you go for credit repair to get those items removed. You also want to make sure that your utilization on each credit card is below 15%. All right. Anything higher than that, and you're pretty much deemed to be over leveraged on your credit, and you will get lower limits or approved on lower limits for your loans or your credit cards. So if you're going for $50 to $75,000 in credit, you want to make sure that all of this is lined up perfectly, maybe even 0% utilization, to make sure that you're viewed in the best standards and you're viewed in the best way possible by these banks. You want to make sure that you have no negative marks, no collections, no charge-offs, no late payments. If you have any of these items on your credit, you want to make sure that you go for credit repair immediately to get it removed. Any of these items can cause you to be denied for new credit immediately from the banks that we're going to send you to. You also want to make sure that you have at least one credit card that's between $5,000 to $10,000. All right. Anything lower than that, and you'll just start getting approved for lower limits. So in order to get approved for the higher limits, the banks want to see that you've been approved for similar limits in the past. So if you've only been approved for $1,000 or a $2,500 limit in the past, what do they look like approving you for $40,000 or $50,000 going forward? So you want to make sure that you at least have a 5 to 10K credit card on your personal credit. You also want to make sure that you have multiple accounts. So you don't want to just have one credit card. You want to have multiple accounts. So let's say a personal loan and an auto loan, or a personal loan and a credit card and a mortgage. You basically want to have a mix so that you're not deemed to be just a thin credit profile. So if you just have one credit card, go out there and apply for maybe a secured loan or a personal loan, or get an auto loan or a mortgage, so that you're building on your credit, so that when you want to apply for the bigger amounts in the future, you're able to do that. You also want to make sure that you have less than 3 inquiries per bureau. Okay. So anything more than that, and you're deemed to be pretty much thirsty or desperate for credit, and the banks look for that in their algorithm. And if they see a whole bunch of inquiries on your credit, they will deny you immediately also for that. You also want to make sure that your credit age is at least 2 years old. So you don't want to just have a fresh credit profile where you got maybe one credit card 6 months ago, but your credit profile is pretty thin with just that one credit card, and it's like I said, it's only 6 months old. You want to have multiple accounts on your credit, and also you want to have your credit age be 2 years old, and that doesn't include AUs. So just because you have an AU on your credit and that boosts your credit age to 5-6 years, that doesn't count. All right. You want to have your personal accounts on your credit, your primary accounts, be 2 years old on average in order to get the bigger amounts of funding. All right. You also want to have your business set up. All right. You want to have your LLC set up with your state. All right. So you can go to Rocket Lawyer or different things like that in order to set up your LLC. And you also want to go to your state, go to the IRS website to get your EIN for your LLC. And you also want to have your business email, your business phone number, your business address. If you need help with any of this, just let me know. I can definitely help you with that. You also want to have a business bank account that's at least 2 years old. If it's not 2 years old, it's not going to hurt you too much, but the banks definitely want your business bank account to have some age on it. And these are pretty much the requirements you need in order to get funding. So if you think that your credit profile is set up perfectly and you're looking to get business funding, make sure you click the link below to get started.